Al Sharpton calls Trump a racist, backfires after he conveniently ignores one detail. Al Sharpton is perhaps the most notorious race baiter in the country, literally making a career out of convincing the black community that the white man is holding them down. Given his background, it is incredibly ironic that he is now accusing President Donald Trump of racism. However, this majorly backfired after he conveniently ignored one detail. Sharpton appears to be desperately trying to stay relevant these days because he is now protesting President Trump on behalf of Irish Americans, according to Young Conservatives. Is Al Sharpton Irish? Well, I haven't seen his Ancestry.com results, but judging from his photo, I'd say that's a hard no. Still, Sharpton is offended by racial slur that Trump recently used, which he believes is some sort of injustice towards the Irish. The slur? Paddy wagon. I suppose I should just tell you right now, before this gets any more ridiculous and difficult to believe, that this is not a joke. Truly, you cannot make up this level of absurdity. Reverend Al Sharpton is protesting President Trump for using what he says is an anti-Irish racial slur in a speech on Friday, the civil rights leaders announced. Paddy wagon is the term that offends Sharpton, a former Democratic presidential candidate. Trump used the term, which refers to a police van, during his remarks at an event honoring police officers in Brentwood, New York. Sharpton is upset not just at what he says is an anti-Irish pejorative, he is also taking Trump to task for his advice to officers about how they should treat criminal suspects during arrests. Source: Daily Caller. Trump made the comment which has so offended Sharpton while discussing the degree of care with which suspects are treated by police officers, even after some of them have committed heinous crimes. When you see these thugs being thrown into the back of a paddy wagon, you just see them thrown in, rough. I said, please don't be too nice, Trump said. When you guys put somebody in the car and you're protecting their head, you know, the way you put their hand over, Trump said, pointing to his head. Like, don't hit their head and they've just killed somebody, don't hit their head. I said, you can take the hand away, okay? He continued. The president's remarks were well received by the hard-working men and women who risk their lives each time they go to work. Officers in the audience for Trump's speech laughed and cheered, but Sharpton was not as smitten. Despite being so terribly offended by these comments, though, he missed a sterling opportunity to cement his newfound role as an advocate for oppressed Irish Americans. On Saturday, a rally was held at Sharpton's National Action Network headquarters in Harlem. However, instead of featuring an Irish American activist, Sharpton welcomed Jai-Al Wang Drukpa, the head of the Drukpa lineage of Buddhist, proving that he is just a major opportunist. Furthermore, although there are theories that the term paddy wagon is related to the large numbers of Irish Americans on the police forces of some American cities when the term originated, its exact derivation is unknown. Not only that, paddy wagon is used often, even in some edited publications. Its continued use is probably due to the fact that there is no good alternative. Police van is vague, and prisoner transport vehicle is used specifically for vehicles used to transport prisoners from one detainment facility to another, according to Grammarist, which also points out that publications including Wall Street Journal, Guardian, USA Today, and the Los Angeles Times have all used the phrase. Once again, Al Sharpton has proven to be no more than a career race baiter hungry for another 15 minutes. It is absolutely ludicrous that there are still people who will listen to him. Perhaps he should take the money he swindles from his ill-informed following and sign up for a basic English class or even do an ounce of research before opening his mouth, because his selective outrage is enough to make anyone with a bit of common sense ill. Please share the story and tell us what you think by clicking one of the buttons below. We want to hear your voice. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.